Hey guys, it's me, Rena from Snailworks Crochet, and today's video we're gonna see how much I can crochet in 24 hours. So, I've done a couple of one-day videos, but I've never done one of those 24-hour videos, and let me clarify a little bit what I mean by 24 hours, okay? I'm not going to stay up all night and not sleep and crochet. This time around, I'm going to set a timer for every time I pick up a crochet hook and crochet. So that could be if I'm like chilling, reading something, or watching a video, or heck, even crocheting for any of my vlogs. So yeah, let's see how much I crochet in 24 hours and just what I work on in general. And this is gonna be filmed over a couple of days because frankly, I have a life and also my wrists hurt sometimes. So apparently this doesn't really go up to 24 hours, but you know what? Let's just use this anyway. So I just filmed a April update that I'm going to have to edit down into a shorter video, but I was working on my temperature blanket while filming that, and this is how much I did, and it took less than 30 minutes, like 25 minutes-ish of crocheting. And I started the recording at this coral color and ended it at this coral color. So, yay! So I just finished making my daily daisy coaster, which is this, and it took about 20-something minutes? I don't remember. Okay, I'm about an hour-ish in, and I finished crocheting the border of this blanket I put together, and oh man, it took me so long to get this blanket done. But it is finally done. What ends are all woven in, and I can at least put it to rest a little bit and work on something else. So as I'm filming this video, I actually realize I haven't done a lot of crochet at all. I mean, it's one of those things where I have whips that I need to work on, but I don't want to work on them. I just do literally anything else. So for example, I have been collecting all my scrap yarn and making scrap granny squares. And I've been doing this on the side for a while. It's a growing collection where I will just eventually turn these all into a blanket at some point. So I've been doing that. And then obviously I made my coaster of the day too. Today I technically have an excuse because I went on a hike. I was done by like noon, but I was still really tired because it was 7.5 miles. And then I made dinner and stuff. But I ended up taking a nap because I was just so tired and exhausted. So far I'm basically 2 days in, but I am about 4 hours into 24 hours. So I still have 20 hours left of crochet to do. And that's not as much as I thought, considering, again, I've always thought I crocheted, but I guess I just need to constantly be grinding. And I haven't really done that recently. So, whoops. Little update for you guys on how far I've crocheted. I'm about 18 minus 24. I'm about 6 hours into this right here. And I worked on a couple of scrappy things, and I also started this blanket right here. I'm going to finish this up, see how long that takes me to finish this up, and then I'll work on another whip of some sort. I have been sitting on my couch crocheting this blanket while listening to YouTube, and I am about 9 hours in to this, and now my wrists are starting to hurt. So I'm gonna take a break and either pick this up later or just keep crocheting. We'll see. I accidentally canceled my timer when I went to stop it and, you know, pause it. And I'm so mad because, bruh, I had about 12 hours and 25-ish minutes left, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm so mad right now, but yeah. You know, as frustrating as that was, I'm genuinely surprised that it didn't happen sooner. Update, I have been crocheting for about 12 hours, not straight, over a couple of days or so. And I've been working on my daisy coasters, and I've also been working on this blanket. I'm almost done with it, actually. It's going pretty quickly, which is good because I needed to use that yarn for something. I haven't been filming myself a lot, but this is mostly what I've been working on in this challenge, is this baby blanket using up some yarn I had that you will see in a different video. I'm about 12 hours into this crocheting challenge and it's Thursday. So I haven't been crocheting as much as I hoped, but I mean, it is what it is. Crochet is a slow craft, and also life. Yeah, I've mainly been working on this blanket and also my coasters. If anything, the thing I've been kind of doing a lot of my crocheting off of are those coasters. They're just easy little projects I can do, and they kind of chip into my crochet time, which is nice, but it is making me finish this challenge a lot later because I haven't been crocheting as much. But update, I have about 6 hours left. I had started working on this corner to corner baby blanket and it's going. I got quite a ways through it. I did a lot of crocheting on Friday, so I was able to do that. Stayed up late, but I was really hoping I would finish this video today and upload it, but it looks like I'm gonna have to save this upload for next week, and that's okay. I thought I would crochet a lot quicker than this, but I didn't, so whatever. But anyway, I have this. I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll check in when I'm finished. I'm working on my daisy coaster, but I have about 4 hours left, which I mean is good. A lot of the time I've been crocheting has been spent working on the baby blankets. And again, here and there I would work on scrappy granny squares or my daisy coaster. I'm hoping I can finish this video today and then we can kind of do a roundup. But that's a maybe because I'm tired.
Who live outside the control of the Imperium. Fremen all have blue eyes because their environment is saturated with spice, and spice is colored blue in the books.
A little update, I finished the corner to corner blanket. I still need to weave in the ends, but that's pretty easy fix. And then I started putting together this blanket right here. According to my timer, which is what I'm resting my phone on right now, I have 3 hours and 11 minutes left of this. What this is telling me is that I made a lot of blankets and I've just been making blankets. This is a little bit abnormal for me, but I think just because I'm like half procrastinating on projects I probably should be working on, that I just ended up making blankets instead. So that's an interesting turn of events because I normally do not make that many blankets at all. So yeah, here I am. Here's the thing. I thought I would finish things on Saturday and I didn't, with like 2 hours left. And then I went on an 8.5-mile hike on Sunday. And I was incredibly tired, so I didn't do any crocheting at all, minus making my daily daisy coaster. I just finished my last daily daisy coaster, and let me show you how much time I have left on my timer. This much, 2 hours. I think I can do 2 hours of crocheting today. So, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to finish crocheting just whatever I feel like doing. It could be literally anything mindless. I could be working on a blanket. I could be working on some of my other whips, anything. I'm just gonna do that for the next 2-ish hours and I'll get back to you. So here's a fun update for you guys. I have about 1 hour left on my crocheting for 24 hours, but Pittsburgh got hit with a storm that left me without power for like, this is the second day now without power. So now it is too dark for me to crochet and see properly. And this video is definitely delayed by a lot more than I expected. So fun times. Okay, so I haven't been able to crochet for the past couple of days because I've been going out for dinner, and also since I lost power, by the time I am able to crochet, it's dark outside and I don't have light. So I haven't been able to crochet, but since I have an hour left and it's pretty bright outside, I'm hopefully going to finish up this hour crocheting some scrap granny squares. And yeah, let's just do that. You know, it's funny, this video was literally supposed to be done in a week, and I was hoping to post it like a while ago, but obviously when you're seeing this, the time when I was supposed to have posted this has passed, and it's coming out way later than I anticipated. And it's also being done like 2 weeks later than I anticipated too. But you know what? That's okay. That just means we all have lives. Again, this is truly crochet being my hobby, right? You don't have to be crocheting nonstop all the time, especially compared to what people on social media do. I mean, I just crochet little by little, and if I get something done, I get something done. If I don't, I don't. I guess as I've been filming this, I just haven't really crocheted much, and that's perfectly okay. And you know, sometimes you lose power for basically a week too, so it'd be like that. For those of you wondering what I'm going to be doing with my scrap granny squares, I am basically collecting little bits and pieces of acrylic that I am not using anymore, and I'm making granny squares, and then I'm gonna put them together into a little blanket or a big blanket, who knows. I'm thinking throw size blanket because I kind of like the look of eclectic granny squares tied together with a white border. The one thing I am very grateful of though, as I am losing power, one, that I'm not in Houston, because you know, losing power is a pretty common thing during hurricane season. And I will say this power outage is definitely an anomaly in the Pittsburgh area. It is a common thing in the Houston area, but I am not in Houston, thankfully, for this. But I have lost power before in Houston, where it was the peak of summer and there's no air conditioning, no electricity, and the only thing that works is water, and it's only cold water. But here, because water is heated by gas, I at least have running water and hot running water, so I can enjoy the first world luxuries of a hot shower even though I lost power. That, and also my office has power, which while it is kind of messed up that I still have to go to work and I can't even enjoy a day off when I'm losing power, going to the office has, one, helped me get into some air conditioning, get a hot meal, but also some folks have lost water, so there actually are showers at the office. There's an on-site gym, which I haven't been using, but there is an on-site gym for those who want to go. And I have been using, the power at the office to charge my batteries. So that's a nice silver lining, even if it's kind of, I guess for lack of better words, cringe that I have to go into work. I think a lot of people are getting their power back at this point because the storm happened on Tuesday and it is Thursday now. But the reason why I think I haven't gotten power back, despite everyone around me having power back, is because a tree fell on some power lines, and the tree removal is going to take the longest to restore power. So I have a suspicion I will be without power for basically an entire week. But again, I can still go outside, leave my house-ish, still go to places to do things. I don't have like internet or Wi-Fi, but I have phone data. It's not the end of the world. There are always silver linings, and I think that's important to understand and just note in general. So here's an update. It's the next day because I was not able to beat the sun in that hour. So I have about 29 minutes left of my 24-hour challenge. But I did find an extra bit of yarn that actually better matches this corner to corner baby blanket that I worked on. So I undid all of the white yarn that I did have on it originally that didn't look good, and I'm going to replace it with this yarn that I found, and I'm hoping I can do that within the last 29 minutes. Now, unfortunately, I still do not have power. I've just been charging all my power banks at work, but optimistically, it will be back by 10 p.m. today. Not optimistically, it's coming back Tuesday. And it's Friday now, so that'll suck. Yeah, I didn't expect life or this situation to happen, but you know what? Life happens. It just be like that. So I'm going to work on this blanket with the yarn I found, and I think I will be able to do that all within 29 minutes. And hopefully, when the timer goes off, I will check back in and just kind of wrap up this video. Lol, that was actually 10 minutes of crocheting. And I am done. And that's it. That's 24 hours of crochet. I realized that I don't have a lot to show for my 24 hours of crochet because I just jumped around to so many different projects. But you know what? I feel like that's how most people crochet anyway. So yeah, I completed 2 baby blankets and at least like 10 coasters within those 24 hours because I filmed this over a variety of days. And I made a decent amount of granny squares and scrappy blankets, but I don't have anything to show for that. I think this video would have been a little bit more interesting had I focused it just on one project and no other projects. But you know what? I kind of think that most people don't really crochet that way. I don't know about you, but I have the tendency to jump from project to project all the time. I don't really work on just one project at a time. That's why I have so many whips. But you know what? Here I am. If you made it this far, this video was kind of all over the place. I also didn't expect a 30-minute storm to just wipe out all my power for a week. But here I am. This definitely took a lot longer than I anticipated, but it is what it is. That is the way the cookie crumbles. But thank you for watching. I guess for the sake of video engagement, are you the type of person who likes to jump from project to project, or are you the type of person who likes to focus on one project at a time? Let me know down in the comments below, and with that, have a great rest of your day. Bye!